So, control issues. Those of you who might think that you have control issues, they probably called you control freak already. Or they asked you very directly or indirectly, please stop controlling my life. Um, Control issue per se is not recognized as a mental health problem. However, it's a very specific theme of behavior that can be one of the symptoms of personality disorders, of people who might be recognized with narcissistic tendencies or historic personalities and so forth. The truth of the matter is, if you have control issues, or you might think that you have control issues, is that you are probably most ununderstood person walking on that earth. Why? Because your intentions are actually good. What lies underneath your need to control, to help, to organize, to know uh, what's what's ahead of you is a traumatic childhood experience. What I mean by traumatic childhood experience is the feeling of instability or unpredictability. Well, frankly speaking, anxiety that stayed with you from certain periods, certain experiences in your life. So you might had parents, for instance, who were very controlling, and you cannot imagine any other parenting style but control your life and control your children's lives. You might were being a victim of abuse, maybe sexual abuse, physical, emotional, and in order for you not to put yourself in the situation of fear anymore, you've made decision with yourself that you will no longer be at mercy of anybody else. So you go through life as a very independent person. You might felt neglected in some ways by both of your parents or guardians. I don't know, maybe you've been bullied by your primary teachers. And from then on, you've decided that you need to control your environment. At that very early age, you felt so insecure that you've learned, you've gained skills to control your environment, so you know what's coming. So this was the only security in your life, and still is until today. So this is the pattern of thoughts and behaviors which are born because of underlying emotion, and most likely or not, it will be sense of anxiety, a feeling that you are scared of change. Right? Things will turn out not the way you need them to not turn out. And again, it will drive you into that traumatic experiences. Right? You, if you know person who has control issue, you've probably gathered by now that they refuse to blame themselves. They see faults in others, including probably you, but they will not take criticism very lightly. They might even throw tantrums or create dramas just to manipulate them emotionally or intellectually. Gaslighting comes to mind. They have very difficult time to accept you saying no to them, and they subconsciously abuse power, and they, by God, they do it very well. They're unpredictable. If you know a person with control issues, you probably notice that they don't like to talk much about themselves. They like to surprise you. They like to be in the center of attention. So if you have anything to tell them about some successes in your life, they very cleverly turn it into their own successes, into their minutes of fame. They lie as well. They, just to control their reality, they will go as low as lying to you and even their beloved ones. If you know a person with control issues, you would know that they like to control finances in their life, in their beloved ones, um, and um, and that often comes with consequences. I mean, consequences as in relationship disputes, or arguments or conflicts. So this is how it feels to have control issues. This is how you've been seen if you have control issues, and how to deal with them. So first of all, understand the triggers. Stress is probably number one trigger with people in situations of anxieties, with people who suffer with long-term anxieties. So you need to know how to look after yourself. You need to have a self-care plan in place. If it's Pilates, if it's walking, if it's jogging, if it's hot bath, if it's a shower, if it's a massage, if it's a talking to your friend, whatever it takes to make you feel relaxed and create that inner environment of this is okay, where I am, it's okay, where I'm going, I'm safe. Just do it. Now, it's a bit of a mind game as well in terms of triggers. You probably notice that your way is the highway, and perfectionism is something that you strive naturally towards, and you expect that from others. So it's a bit of a mind game, because I want you to practice an idea in your head that there's no such a thing like perfectionism. There's no such a thing like as a right way. I want you to start encouraging thoughts, inviting ideas that everyone has rights to do a mistake, that it's okay if someone does the tasks not maybe as well as you do, but you know what, they have time to, and they have right to learn how to do it. So this impatience and this idea of immediacy, you have to do something right now because only you know how to do it well, needs to somehow, some way float to the surface of your awareness. You need to catch yourself in that moment and say to yourself, hold on a moment, is that actually the reality? Can I go through life expecting others to subdue to my will? So what will help you in that self-awareness is obviously talk about your anxieties, talk about your experiences before. It is recommended to go into therapy, either group therapy or one-to-one therapy, and accept and learn how to soothe yourself, how to live through that pain. And in the end, perhaps you will learn how to detach yourself from seriousness about your own ego. And perhaps what I suggest right now will be easy for you. What I want to say is that stop treating life so seriously. Learn how to laugh. Yeah, if it takes to watch your favorite series, watch comedies, that's great. But also have this internal conversations with yourself. Like, it's okay to have those issues, those control issues, but maybe I don't want to call myself control freak. Maybe I want to call myself control enthusiast. So do you see how differently it sounds, how differently it feels already? Well, I hope it was really helpful. Give me a note, give me a question underneath this video. Subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in next video. Okay, thank you for now. Assalamu alaikum.